Disney has scrapped basically all plans on moving thousands of their employees to Lake Nona, Orlando. And we had to talk about this because this literally just happened. So, to start this off, Disney had this whole plan of about 3 years ago to move a bunch of their employees all the way from California to Florida to this one specific area because it's a very high tech area. It's just started, a lot of development and a lot of future plans on Lake Nona. So, what happened? Well, first, let's just talk about why it happened. The first thing I would say is basically the stock price of Walt Disney. Disney just completely went into a lot of situations with their past CEO. Their past CEO wasn't performing well, and let's just look at the stock price right now with why this occurred. And overall, just the CEO basically got removed. He got removed, and right now the price is at $92. So at one point this was near $200, and now they're at $92. That basically just shows you on how much they are hurting right now. Disney is not performing well. Let's just face the facts. And again, the prior CEO was his name was Chapek, and he had a lot of controversy with Florida politics, and he got, maybe some would say, too involved with what the government was doing at that time. So in comes this person named Igor, who was the previous CEO. He took a little bit of time off. He then realized that maybe I should have never took a retirement. Now he's back. Part of this is because I would say is the money. They don't have enough money to build this thing out yet. They also scrapped out their Star Wars hotel that they were planning on building as well. And you can see right here, Walt Disney Company cancels relocation of thousands of California workers to Orlando. And they had this whole plan around this area to build out Disney. Disney announced Thursday that the company will no longer relocate its Imagineers, cast members, and employees from California to Florida, citing changes in new leadership and changing business conditions. So again, a lot to do with the stock price, not specifically the stock price, but the company's business valuation, its profit, and also with Florida politics. So it's a two-way thing going on over here. Now, we're going to go to Google Maps right now. And you can see right here, this is Lake Nona. Lake Nona, you got Orlando right here, and you have Florida. You have Walt Disney basically around Celebration, and they were planning on moving their staff to Lake Nona. Not from Celebration area, but from California. And you can see Lake Nona down here, where you can see a lot of development. There was nothing here at first. This was honestly nothing. It was a bunch of farmland, and this whole place got developed to where you could see this whole nice area, and you can also see a bunch of things like the Marriott. You can see the Children's Hospital, which is a very nice place. Starbucks has came here. You also have the VA hospital here, which is an amazing location. Now, I'm gonna go to the location where Disney was gonna build out their building. It was basically right around here. You have Lake Nona Wave, you have Boxy Park Lake Nona, which is a very top bar that a lot of people like to go to. But around this area here, Disney's going to build their campus, and a lot of people, were expecting them to do it, but then obviously we just heard that nothing happened. Now, Lake Nona everywhere here is just being developed. A lot of things are happening, and the one question that has been asked is, will this impact Lake Nona overall? Will it impact the market? I would say it will not, because Lake Nona has been developing before Disney. Disney came in afterwards when Lake Nona was being known across the state. That is when Disney started coming. Yes, it did help with a lot of people's attention on wanting to come Lake Nona, but a lot of people were already coming to Lake Nona before Disney. And you can see right here with how the median price. So you can see the price has slowly increased ever since 2019. And it's just slowly increased. And then obviously we had that huge move upwards here, where a lot of people decided that Lake Nona is the place to be. We had that whole correction here because of interest rates rising, and then we're starting to move back up to almost near 700K. That is where Lake Nona is at right now. As far as homes sold, it's slowly increasing. Overall, Lake Nona has a lot of things going on. They have Universal Orlando doing their Jurassic Park 30th anniversary. This is going to be a big thing around this area. It's basically not California, it's actually Orlando that's taking charge of this whole project, Jurassic Park 30th anniversary. And this is going to be an iconic film A lot of people love Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. And you can just see, the projects are coming in. Sunbridge, which is another one, developing around Lake Nona. Now, if you don't know what Sunbridge is, it's basically the it community right now in Florida. What they're doing is they're building a nice community that has everything techish as far as solar panels. They have Tesla solar roof coming in on every single house, but they're also putting in nature within the community. It's going to be an interesting project, and you can see like they're basically developing around Lake Nona, the Narcoossee area, and this one is just going to be one to watch. A lot of people are wanting to move here. This place has basically just like sold out, and you also have other things as well, as far as like Simcom Aviation bringing their home to Lake Nona. A lot of people moving here on the high-tech side. And if you don't know, Lake Nona, pretty much 1/3 of their population works remotely. That they literally work remotely. So 1 out of 3 people that you see in Lake Nona work remotely. Just think about that. Think about how Lake Nona is developing and why it's basically called like the tech city of Orlando, the tech side of Orlando. A lot of things happening around this area, and overall, we also have Toll Brothers building out their lower point around Lake Nona, and Toll Brothers specifically picks certain location that they know they're going to succeed at. Knowing that Toll Brothers does this, they picked Lake Nona. They want to build this project of theirs, this community project of theirs in Lake Nona. And obviously you have people interested in buying in here as well. You have Summerdale coming into Lake Nona, single family homes from Craft Homes and Dream Finders around this area, the Creek Roads. And it's still developing. It's still coming in. Lake Nona is still the thing going on in Florida. So as far as what happened with Disney, yes, there could be maybe a little bit of shake here and there, but honestly, I don't think it's going to affect with what's going on in Lake Nona. Lake Nona really, I don't want to say it does not need Disney, but if it can attract Disney to come to its location, there will be more other big projects that will want to come. What Disney did was bring eyeballs to Lake Nona. So you will see other big companies coming this way because of what it's building. And like I just described, 1/3 of the population works remotely. So just some things to think about on what is actually happening in Lake Nona. And just to bring one attention, Orlando International Airport is literally right next to Lake Nona. I would say 7 minutes away. A lot of people are building around this area as well. You could just tell, look at all this land right here that is going to be developed. And this is basically the place right now where a lot of people are investing in. So an interesting location. You have St. Cloud below you, and then you have your main Orlando right here. So in addition to that, you have a line going down to Miami, which is the Bright Line project that they basically already built out. It's about a 3-hour drive from Miami to Orlando, which is going to be another great addition to transportation, especially around Lake Nona. So that is basically everything I have for what just happened in around this area. So as far as Disney, I mean, I always like to stay in the middle spectrum of things on what just happened. Not tend to go on one side to another, but yes, there was a little bit of politics involved, and yes, there was a little bit of stock price action involved in this whole situation. So we'll see where this goes, and much love and peace.